Batman and Robin number 4, written by Peter J. Tomasi, art by Patrick Gleason. We last left off with Robin getting caught by nobody, Batman coming in trying to save him, and nobody catching them both, and setting him up in some drive-in movie where he was going to show him something on the big screen. This issue picks up with what he's showing him on the big screen, and it's basically the exact same thing that's always said in these sort of comics for Batman, where it's like, hey, here's the Joker, the first time he committed a crime, and it looks like it's maybe not really the Joker, it's just like an actor stand-in, but it's supposed to represent them, so they're like, hey, here's the Joker committing a crime, and here's Two-Face and Poison Ivy and Bane and all them, and basically nobody just makes the point immediately where he's like, why are you letting these monsters live? Like, just kill them. They are causing so much pain and suffering out there. It is your duty to end them. And Batman's like, I'm not going to become one of them in order to beat them. And nobody's like, that's stupid. No, they are colorful and insane and giving themselves crazy names. That's you, in a nutshell. You literally are doing that. And he's like, look, I am dressed up as totally black, and I've literally taken the name of nobody. I do this just because it's the right thing to do, to kill them for the sake of the victims. And Batman's just like, look, I'm not going to waste myself explaining any of this to you. Like, you're never going to get it. I'm never going to join you. Get over it. And nobody's like, yeah, you're not going to join me, but Robin here will, because I've been watching him, and he is straight up messed up in the head. And all I got to do is take you out, and he's sure to join my side. And Batman's like, I don't think that's how that's going to work. And nobody just holds a knife to his throat and just like, he's been trained by the best, and you have literally let him down at every turn. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much how this is going to work. So he reminisces. He's like, oh, we could have made such a good team, Batman. Oh, well, too bad that doesn't work out. Anyway, do you have any last words as he readies like a laser blast on him? And Batman's like, yeah, go ahead, Alfred. And Alfred, via remote control, piloting the Bat Jet, comes in and starts firing at nobody, hitting them multiple times with rubber bullets, they specifically say, so it doesn't immediately counteract the entirety of this comic. And Alfred's like, all right, I got him. I'm tracked on his heat signature. You take care of yourself, Batman. So he's giving chase to nobody throughout this giant open field, pretty much. Batman, he uses a piece of broken glass to cut through the ropes that were tying him together. He gets Robin up. Robin's still paralyzed from the last issue, and he just gives him a little tap on the forehead, and he's all better now. So then nobody realizes, like, oh, I should probably get some cover. So he shoots at this giant tanker that I guess is just here for some reason. It explodes in a giant fiery explosion. As such, it masks his heat signature. And Robin's like, do you think he's dead? And Batman's like, no, of course he's not. He masked his heat signature. He's out there planning his next move already. And we see that, yes, that is true. Cut to the Batcave. Everyone's getting patched up. And Robin's like, hey, you better show me how to do that forehead thing, because that is super useful. And Batman's like, no, I'm not. If you miss it by that much, you will kill somebody. And I think you know enough ways to kill people, Damian. And it just evolves into an argument that basically comes down to Bruce is like, look, I know that I'm giving you orders. I don't feel like I'm asking for too much. And Damian's like, you're asking for way too much. I am literally like an adult. I am trained to be a killer and all that stuff. He's like, yeah, but you're 10. And all I'm asking for is like a little bit of respect here. And he's like, well, do you respect me? And Bruce is like, I don't even trust you, dude. Like, you have done nothing to earn that. I told you specifically, do not go out of the house, and you did that thing. And Damian's like, oh, I'm sorry, I need your permission to leave the house. He's like, you are 10. Yes, you do need that thing. And then we take a hard break real quick as Alfred interrupts him, and then we basically get into the backstory of nobody. How his name is Morgan Ducard. He's the son of Henry Ducard. They trained together back during Batman's training years. And they were supposed to be this fantastic team, but then once they started turning into, blood stuff and like killing people, Batman took the heart out. So anyway, Robin's just like, oh, you should have told me about him, because then I would have known what was going on. He's like, you definitely would have still tried to leave tonight regardless. Like, that is not... Like, yes, I am your father, and you need to understand that I'm keeping some things for your own good. And Damien storms off, angry at Bruce. And Alfred's talking to Bruce, and he's like, you probably should have told him. And he's like, he might just confuse him and get him down a darker path. And Alfred's like, it might make things better. We should try that occasionally. So then we get Damien. He's outside. He's at Bruce's parents' graves, Thomas and Martha. And he's like, yeah, your son's kind of a dick. I'm not a fan. And there's fireflies everywhere, and he catches one and crushes it because he's just that kind of kid. And then the dog comes up, and he's finally taken a liking to the dog, and he decides to finally give it the name of Titus. And then we see that nobody has managed to get nearby. He's not in the perimeter yet that Bruce set up to immediately kill him, but he is nearby enough to talk to Damien, and he's like, hey, I'm not gonna force you to hold back. I'm gonna let you be you if you just come and join me. Just saying, think about it. As he disappears into the dark, Damien grabs another firefly, crushes it. Darkness, end comic. I like it. It's good. It's a solid comic. It's a good look between Batman and Robin, or more specifically Bruce and Damien and their relationship with each other and how it grows. Because that is honestly the central focus of the whole thing. It's just talking about, where people stand with these lines in the sand. I'm interested to see where it's going to go because, of course, we can't just have a whole issue of Damien being like, I'm thinking about joining him, but I'm still not gonna. I feel like at some point he is just going to do it. So, overall I'm going to give this a 7. The art's fantastic. I really do like it. It didn't have that much of a chance to shine in the middle bit, but it did a really good job in the first bit with the action scene of him outrunning the bat plane. So, good there. Writing-wise, it's just one of those, sit and talk about your morals issues. So, hit or miss there, but I like the way that they handle it. So, 7 for me. Looking forward to more.